Jason Chun hunched over his keyboard at 3 a.m., the blue light from his monitors the only illumination in his small apartment. Around him, external hard drives hummed steadily. The countdown timer on his second screen showed less than 7 hours remaining. "Just hold on," he whispered to no one in particular. "I'm trying to save you." In 2009, Yahoo had announced they were shutting down GeoCities, one of the internet's earliest and largest communities of personal websites. With the deletion scheduled for October 26th, digital archivists worldwide scrambled to preserve what they could of this digital civilization before it vanished forever. Jason wasn't a professional archivist. He was a 28-year-old software developer who'd learned to code on GeoCities as a teenager. His first website, a horribly designed but lovingly crafted shrine to Star Trek Voyager, had been his introduction to HTML. Now, everything from that era was about to be erased. 3 months earlier, Jason had joined the archive team, a rogue group of volunteers determined to download as much of GeoCities as possible before the shutdown. They'd built custom web crawlers to systematically capture millions of personal pages, images, guestbooks, and blinking text animations that represented the early web's creative chaos. As Jason's crawler captured another neighborhood of GeoCities sites, he opened one at random, Jennifer's Dolls. The garishly colored page featured dozens of photos of porcelain dolls against a tiled background of roses. At the bottom, a simple message: "This is Jennifer Wilson's doll collection. I'm 14 and I love collecting dolls. This page is dedicated to my grandma who got me started." The last update was from 1998. Jennifer would be in her 30s now, Jason realized. Did she know her childhood creation was hours from extinction? Did she care? These digital artifacts weren't just outdated websites. They were personal expressions, cultural timestamps, the early building blocks of our digital world. Across town, Dr. Monica Weiss led a different kind of preservation effort at the university's Digital Humanities Center. A digital anthropologist, she viewed GeoCities as a crucial historical artifact, the digital equivalent of Pompeii, frozen in time with its citizens' daily lives still visible. The problem with digital preservation, Monica explained to her graduate students that morning, is that unlike physical artifacts, digital history can vanish in an instant. No one would bulldoze ancient Rome without archaeological study, but we erase early digital communities without a second thought. Her team was focusing on capturing not just individual pages, but the interconnections between them, the webbering systems that linked sites with similar interests, the guestbooks filled with comments, the early social networks that formed before Facebook existed. As the deadline approached, Jason's apartment became command central for local archive team members. 5 people, 20 computers, and a makeshift server farm worked relentlessly as the countdown continued. "We've saved another terabyte from the Heartland neighborhood," called out Sophia, a network engineer who'd taken vacation days to join the preservation effort. "But there's so much we're missing." In the final hours, decisions became triage: which neighborhoods to prioritize, which file types to save first. Every choice meant something else would be lost. The team worked through energy drinks and takeout, grabbing naps and shifts. At the university, Monica's team focused on documentation rather than raw preservation. They recorded video scrolls through different neighborhoods, cataloged design patterns, and captured the vernacular expression of this early digital community. "History will thank you," Monica's department chair told her, "even if no one else understands why you're doing this." With 1 hour remaining, Jason discovered a GeoCities site from his own middle school, a science project he'd completely forgotten creating. The familiar animated flames around the text brought back memories of learning to code at the family computer while his parents slept. How many stories like his would be lost? When Yahoo finally pulled the plug, GeoCities vanished from the living internet. Over 1 million personal websites, representing countless hours of creation, disappeared in an instant. But not entirely. 3 weeks later, Jason and Monica's teams gathered at a digital preservation conference to share what they'd rescued. The archive team had saved nearly 1 terabyte of content, an incomplete but substantial portion of the GeoCities ecosystem. The university team had preserved crucial context about how the community functioned. "We didn't save everything," Jason admitted during their joint presentation, "but what we did save matters." 20 years from now, researchers will study how ordinary people first expressed themselves online. They'll have evidence of how the democratic web began, before social media platforms centralized everything. As the presentation ended, a woman approached Jason. "I heard about what you all did," she said. "I had a doll collection website on GeoCities when I was a teenager. I never thought anyone would care about saving something like that." Jason smiled. "Was your username Jennifer's Dolls, by any chance?" Today, multiple archives preserve different portions of GeoCities. The rescued neighborhoods live on as historical evidence of our digital beginnings, saved by digital archaeologists who understood that today's discarded websites might be tomorrow's most valuable historical artifacts. This is our world. Subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the globe.